Okay, guys, I'm gonna do this little quick video here. As you see, I'm in a facility where, you know, construction is being taught. And what I was thinking this morning, we were doing some projects last night. You kind of see my little board here, but we were doing some projects last night. And you can kind of see what we're doing here. We're building, I guess, somewhat of a tiny home inside of the facility here. So we're doing that as well as other little items like tile, guys. So, you know, we're laying tile. You guys kind of see we're laying tile here. We're also laying tile on we're trying to lay it on the wall too. So you can kind of see the patterns here. So some of the guys are putting their own patterns here. As you see, we kind of made, you know, there were mistakes that were made. Some guys are, you know, they tried different patterns, but, you know, as you see, we're kind of wasting tile here too. But you kind of see what's going on here. I think over on this side, you know, we had to take some things apart and put it back together. Up here, you know, we got the rafters, guys. You know, doing this right here, guys. You know, things like this right here. This right here. These little cuts here. You know, just that stuff sitting flush and things. You know, that right there. You know, we kind of look at the top. If I can get up in here, see if I can make it bigger here. I don't know if I can zoom in. I have to get up here and zoom in, but if you can see, you know how tight this stuff is, guys. That's kind of what you want. But in some cases, you know, we didn't get as tight. But here's how that happened. That calculation to draw that rafter, to do that rafter right here, we did the calculation right here. So, you know, we drew it out. I like to get a picture of it. Right here, we had the length of the span. So you divide the span by 2, and that gives you the, you know, you get the rise, the total rise. I'm sorry, the total run, which if you have the proportions, you know, with the slope roof that you're going to use, you can use proportions to find the total height that you're going to go, which if you know the run and the height, you can use what you call Pythagorean theorem. Boom, and you can find the length of that rafter. So these calculations were critical. I mean, it's set down, there's mathematics involved in that. Also here, on this tile, you know, just geometry, guys. You know, these guys are doing, you know, wall tile is very difficult because, you know, it's sometimes the wall is just not quite level or plumb. You have bowls and stuff in the wall, so you got to set that tile and you got to constantly use your level to make sure everything is straight. But being able to take these, see, you can't, here's the thing, when you're on the floor, I try to get my students to understand that, you know, calculations is more important than anything. See, we have to do what they call a dry run first. So we got to go through and measure out what all the tiles are going to be. And before you actually use the thin set, because when you come around and you put that thin set on it, guys, as you see right here, when you put that thin set on, it's going to dry. You only got about 30 minutes to work with this thin set here. Depends on what kind of thin set you get. This is a quick set, but you got to get this thing right before you start laying. So because if you do it the other way and you try to do it while you measure out, while you thin set and sitting there sitting, it's going to dry out on you. So to make a long story short, guys, the most important thing you can do is get your measurements right on the front end. Get those measurements right. Takes a little time. And these are trays, these are sub trays. I would say this right here this is more framing. So I got my guys that come in and frame this right here. Tiny home for the most part. If you can kind of see this right here. This is a tiny home. Then we got tile, we had trim, we did a little trim, we did sheetrock. So we did a variety of things, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now, You can make money in the sub trades. Everybody don't need to be out here trying to be builders. You don't need to be trying to be, I'm the builder, I'm the big dog. Man, let that stuff go. Get out here, these trades. If you guys get a trade like framing this right here, that's a skill. If you learn how to frame and use these tools and things of that nature, this is what we're framing up right here, guys. But if you learn how to do that stuff, and now that, I mean, it's tedious. Measurements, thinking. You know, you become a sub trade, drywall contractor, tile contractor, framer, roofer. Man, you start a company doing that, man, the sky's the limit, because right now the market needs these guys. Right now, those guys are, you can't find them. Right now, those sub trades is the way to go. I just thought I won't do this quick video here, guys, since I was in my little bunker here. But these sub trades is the way to go, guys. Learn how to use your hand. Learn how to use these boys. This is where it's at. If you can learn how to do that, and I'm realizing, guys, that you got to take your time, get things right, man. But you got to master these trades. And I'm going to say this right here too. I think if you're around, you know, I think there's a certain age. If you're around 35, 40 years old, man, you probably going to want to go ahead and be a builder. Just, you know, just learn enough about each one of them to know what everybody should be doing, and you contract everybody out. But I say, man, if you're a young guy, little young guys, you 23, 24 years old, you getting out here into this game, master one of these things, man. The sky's the limit. The sky's the limit. And that's it.